Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. This is going to be a juicy conversation. I want you to sit down. You may even want to grab a pen and paper. We're going to be giving out some really amazing topics and things that I have used to grow my business for 2017. So I'm going to give you some time to go grab your pen and paper. If you're watching the replay, I want you to let me know, or excuse me, listening to the replay, I want you to say, hey, Kiara, I'm on the replay. I want you to comment and let me know where you are. I love the fact that we are reaching so many different parts of the world. So I want to know who you are, where you're from, and if you have a biz bestie or a fellow coach, consultant, or service provider who is an up-leveling queen. She has signed clients before. She has made sales in her business, but she wants more. She's ready to up-level, and she's ready to do it with ease and authenticity in a way that actually works. I want you to go ahead and share this out and even invite her. Do not keep all of this goodness to yourself. So I'm going to give you some time to do that. I'm super excited today. What I'm going to be talking about is something that I hear a lot of people struggling with for 2018. And it's, Kiara, I really want to double my prices. I want to double my rates. And I'm struggling with how to do that, or I'm struggling with the mindset and the confidence to actually have the courage to do it or to speak it, right? Especially when I'm on sales calls or, through whatever sales strategies you're using. And how do I really create that higher ticket offer? So we're going to be talking about that today. So just to really quick introduce myself in case you are new, I am Kiara Jones, aka The Shine Strategist. I'm an international best-selling author, a keynote speaker, and a coach to empire building, transformational, providing, world-changing female service-based business owners. So what I do is I help them easily and authentically and strategically create and scale a business that allows them to unapologetically stand out and shine in their expertise so that they can warrant the higher end clients that they want, the higher end rates they want to be paid, and the lifestyle that they really want to be living. I want them to be obsessed with their life. Okay. So you should have had time to invite a couple people. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to do today. So today I'm going to talk about three main things. All right. All related to doubling your prices. The first thing is I'm going to actually share my personal story and my journey of taking my business from $1,500 months to $20,000 cash months in my business. The second thing is we're going to talk about the 4 non-negotiable areas to effortlessly double, that I use to effortlessly double my rates that my clients are using because I customize these things for them. And then we're going to end this with the number one action you can take to change this for yourself and your business for 2018. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get started. First, I want to let you know, just to kind of set the tone. Today, I'm going to talk about where my successes have been, some of my most successful clients is, right, what they have been able to do. Before I actually talk about the 4 non-negotiables and how you can use it, right? What I want to say is that, if you hear something that I'm saying that I have achieved or a client of mine has achieved, that's amazing, right? You resonated. And I'm sure you're going to resonate with at least one thing or maybe even more. Okay. What I want to say is that these things are absolutely possible for you. And that is my entire mission in this world, is to help women start to really see themselves and their expertise on a whole new level. I want to help you massively transform the way you see yourself and the expertise and the value you provide to your clients. All right. So today, as I talk about these success stories of myself and or my clients, right, I want you to know that they're possible for you. And if you are serious about your business and all that you desire, these are things that you should not wait to go after. These are things that you don't need to build. You don't need more time. You don't need an extra certificate. You don't need more clients. You don't need all this extra stuff, these prettier pictures, this better website, all this stuff you're telling yourself you need to have these things is so not true. Some of them, okay, not all of them, do some of them make things easier? Absolutely. But do you need them right now to get started and doing exactly what you need to do? Absolutely not, right? So this is going to be a quick audio, right? And it's not going to allow me to go in depth into everything. Plus, I customize everything I do with my clients for them and their businesses and their brands, because the truth is the people that I work with, the powerhouse women, none of them are the same. They're not the same exactly as me. We may have had similarities and we, really connect, which is amazing for me, but they're each their own leader, right? And so they're not a cookie cutter coach, consultant, or service provider, and neither are you. So if you are listening to something I'm saying, if it's resonating with you, if you're serious about your business, I want to make sure you understand that at the end of this, my promise to you is to have something to share how we can continue to customize everything I'm talking about for you and for your business. Okay. So does that sound good? Do I have your permission to move forward? I hope so. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit of background, okay? Because a lot of people here, oh my God, I built my business to $20,000 plus cash months in less than 12 months. And they like, okay, what did you do? How did you do it? All that kind of stuff. And the truth is, it's really in the journey, right? And a lot of us, we see people where they are now, but we don't see how they got there. We don't hear about that. And so and that makes you feel some kind of way about your results, because the truth is you are someone who you've signed clients before, you've made sales. Now, if like with me, I was at like $1,500 to $5,000 months. And so that was cool. For a lot of people, that was the dream. But for me, that was just the beginning. And so you might be there too, whatever your number is, insert your number, but you might be there too, where you're like, all right, this is just the beginning. Like I want more, right? So that is absolutely okay. All right. So, when I came into 2017, right, I had just raised my prices to, drum roll, $1,100. Okay. Is what I had just raised my prices to. And, for me personally, that was cool. That was like a 6 or 8 week program. And so at that moment, though, as I was coming into this new year, I looked at everything that I wanted to do, right? I wanted to travel because I am someone who, ever since college, I have traveled at least once internationally, and then a couple times a year. And so in 2015 and 16, building my businesses, that was a little harder to do. One, from a mindset standpoint, but then also financially, my brain was on investing in my businesses and myself. So I really wanted 2017 to be the year that I really started to become this woman that I wanted to be, and stop telling myself I needed to wait. Oh, I'm going to do this when this happens, because the truth is you have to step foot into those things now. You can, if you look at any successful entrepreneur, they are not sitting there saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to wait for this thing to happen to do that. That's not what we do. That's not a characteristic that a successful woman would have. And so I had to realize that could not be my reality, of which I was forcing upon myself. So I wanted to travel at least once in 2017. I came in already saying that by December 2017, I wanted to have a lighter month. I didn't want to be stressed out going into the new year, or, be trying to like work really, really, really hard to hit the rest of my goals that I had for 2017. I wanted to take December 2017 easier. And then also I had invested in a coaching program. And so for me personally, I know we all view credit cards and debt differently, but as a successful entrepreneur, I know that I use debt as a way to invest in myself or in my businesses to move forward. So I am so grateful for the resources that I have to do that. And so I had just joined, I had a program that I was paying for. So those are just different things I was doing. Plus, I wanted to do different things with my business, right? I wanted to invest in Facebook ads and get someone to help me with those. I wanted to invest in some team members, even though I have a little bit of a control issue. But that's what I wanted, because I knew that to grow where I wanted to be and where I saw myself, I needed those things. So with all that being said, $1,100 per client was not enough. It just wasn't. Now, at that point, I had built my business from about from $0 to $1,500 a month. And then I did have my first 5K month, my second month in business. And so 5K became my consistent place for months, right? And entering into 2017. So at that point, I was breaking even, right? I was between life expenses and then investing in my business from, things like email list and or email system and all that. But then also I had a coach. Depending on the coach, I was paying anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 a month. Again, for me, that felt good, because one thing I say is that, I saw someone earlier this week post something about what would you do with $250. And in my brain, I was like, what the hell am I going to do with $250? Like $250 is like, I could go to the nail salon and to the spa, or I could go, like, I don't know, buy something. Like, it's just not a lot. So I was like, why would a business owner be asking themselves, what am I going to do with $250? Like, that doesn't, like, $250 is Facebook ads, like, spend. So anyway, there's this concept with people that I don't understand of, I want to make $5,000, but I only want to spend $100 to do it. Or I want to make $10,000, but I only want to spend $500 to do it. And in my brain, I'm like, all right, is that a course? Or that must be like a 1 hour with someone, because that's not a true program. Like, I wouldn't invest in that just personally. And if you're someone who's new, I used to work with a lot of new clients. I have something called the Expert Incubator that's built for people who are brand new in their coaching or consulting businesses. But even my clients who are brand new as a coach, like one of my clients, she's brand new, very first client. It was a $3,000 program. I've had clients who have anywhere from $500 to $4,000 programs as their very first offer, right? Now, obviously today we're talking about women who are up leveling and you're wanting to double, triple your rates and your revenue. So you're not new, you're not at that point, but I just want to say that, a lot of us get stuck to we have a small mentality, but we want to grow big. You're going to have to expand yourself. You're going to have to broaden your mentality. You're going to have to invest in yourself if you really are serious about getting to where you want to be, right? So that's why I'm totally okay with, I'm bringing in, like I said, from $1,500, from $0 to $1,500. And then I grew my business from $1,500 to $5,000. That became my consistent point. And then obviously, if you do the math between life, business investments, including a $1,500 to a $3,000 coach, I'm breaking even. So again, it's not allowing me to do those things that when I came into the year, I really wanted to do. Hey, Juna. So, what I had to be able to realize was that, I had to do a few things. Number one, I could either sign more clients at my current rate and work more, right? I could double my rates and charge more. Or I could find a way that allowed me to better leverage my time and still deliver results to my clients. So you might be feeling that way now. So I'm curious to know if you want to comment now, where are you at? What are you thinking? Like, all right, in order for me to increase my revenue this year, I think I'm going to have to do this. Now, I want to be very clear. We're not saying that because the sky is blue outside, you need to be upping your rates. No, this is for someone who, like, you delivering to your client, you providing a transformation, you providing results, that's a non-damn negotiable. So if that's not something you do, if you're not taking your expertise and packaging it up into a service that your client is like, oh my goodness, such and such, this was amazing, or this was so helpful, or they would go and tell their best friend about it, or whatever. Now, I want you to set aside your own mindset about, oh my God, I don't know if it's doing this or I don't know if it's doing that. I want you to put that aside. I want you to look at what your clients are saying to you, what their results are, what their experience is with you. And that's why, that's a different conversation, but that's why with a lot of my clients, we have to have different touch points on how we examine the results of their clients. Because especially a lot of us, because I work with a lot of people who actually aren't in business or marketing or branding. So what I mean by that is there's a lot of people who come to me and say, Kiera, if you're a business coach, then you're successful because if your stuff works, because your clients make money or whatever. But then a lot of women that I work with are in style and consulting. They are in mindset, life coaching, empowerment coaching, health and wellness, relationship coaching, product-based business consulting, even though that's still kind of business. But what I'm trying to say is that they're in industries where you don't have financial coaching and consulting, where you don't necessarily always have a tangible result, right? And so it's like, how do I sell that, right? And it really doesn't matter. It really does not matter, because the truth is, if we look beyond numbers or the pounds lost or whatever it is based off what you do, if we look beyond that, there is a deeper transformation that's happening for your clients. And so you want to make sure, as a true successful up-leveling coach, bonus number one, make sure that you know all of the different touch points of the transformation that you provide, what it does for that client and those clients, right? So, I want to know, like I said, where you are. What are you feeling like you need to do to up your rate? And like I said, serving your client is a non-negotiable. We're not even talking about that. This isn't the conversation where we're saying you shouldn't just be doubling your price, blah, blah. No, if you are a woman who gets up and who serves her clients and you're like, God dang it, I know what I offer is amazing. I know the value I give to my clients is like no other. I massively serve my clients. I love on them so hard. I should have charged them more. If you're having feelings like that because of the true transformation and value you deliver, that's who this is for, right? So that's a little bit about my story and where I was. And if you're anything like I was, then you're probably telling yourself that you need to wait, because I had just raised my prices. So it was kind of like, oh my God, I need to give myself time to let this new rate sink in. I got to get more clients. Oh my goodness. I just built the courage to do this rate. Now I need to build the courage and figure out the strategy on how to manage this whole new rate, but excuse me, that was what I had to do. The answer was yes, Kira, that's exactly what you have to do as a successful business owner who wants to build a 6-figure plus business, right? So I can talk about all this in between and all that kind of stuff. But I know that we're trying to get to the juicy parts, right? The parts where I tell you exactly what I was able to do, and how you can too. So just to recap for you, from that point in my business, I'm going to talk to you about what happened in 2017 when I really started to embrace my expertise and become unapologetic even more about shining in it, about serving in it, about selling it, because that's what you need to be doing. You need to be serving and selling. You need to be providing impact and creating income for yourself. You can be all about your purpose, right? But you can also bring in profit from that too. I am not of the belief that you need to deliver, offer for free, serve, because that's what I was told. And that's why it took me so long. To me, it took long because sometimes I'm impatient, right? And that's just because when you see yourself on where you truly can be and what you truly do for people, you're like, oh my God, oh, this is no brainer, people. What's wrong with you? Right. But really, I could have grew way faster if I would have realized that people are telling me to serve, give for free, do this, send 5,000 emails for free before you sell, post this many times before you sell. But the truth of the matter is, that's not a business. Yeah, I need to serve and I need to showcase what they could get from me and my journey and my client's journey and successes and all this kind of stuff and showcase my expertise. But who told me that I can't serve and sell at the same time? Because then you waste so much time. I see a lot of women saying, Kira, I do so much serving. I need to get into the selling. And that's where I feel icky. I feel bad. I feel like people are going to think I'm money hungry, and I feel ashamed and guilty, and all this kind of stuff starts to come into play. So once I started truly living the concept of serving and selling, I grew my business from $1,500 to $20,000 cash plus months in less than a year. And most of that growth actually happened in a 3-month period once I built and customized my high ticket serve and sell blueprint, which I now customize for my clients. So I started customizing that same blueprint for my clients, and they achieved double and triple their income in less than anywhere from 1 to 12 weeks, actually. And they did things like go to their, they tripled and doubled their income to $9,000 to $12,000 plus months, right? They paid off their own debts. They became published authors and speakers. They went full time in their businesses, just to name some of the things that they were able to do. In 2017, I also became an international best-selling author. I was twice published. I became a keynote speaker. I paid off over $25,000 of my own debt. I traveled for a week during the last 6 months of the year. So for the last 6 months of the year, every single month, once a week, I traveled somewhere, including, and if you don't know, I live in New York, aka too much snow. And so in November, I traveled to the Caribbean, and in December to Costa Rica. So it is nothing like having a margarita on a beach in the middle of the New York winter, if I do say so myself. I won 2 awards from national organizations who are committed to massively changing the world, the YWCA as well as the YMCA. And that really is truly serving at its best. Even while running a business where you're serving and selling at the same time. And I did so much more in 2017. But you know what? Building a 6-figure business is so much more than just the money. It's been the lifestyle that I've been able to create for myself. It's being able to say yes to things that I could never say yes to, that I had to say no to, or that I thought I had to say no to because it wasn't the time, or I didn't have enough, or whatever else I told myself, whatever BS I told myself, right? So I get asked all the time how I did it. So now I'm going to share with you the 4 key areas that have helped not only myself with my successes, but also my clients to effortlessly double, triple, and some of them 5 times their rates in 2017. So here are the 4 things. If you want to get your pen and paper out, feel free, if you're watching the replay or you're live, you can type this out too in the comments. But here's number 1. Okay. I massively up-leveled my mindset for my 6-figure scale and all that I desired. What do I mean by that? Well, when you are growing your business and you are doing things like making a bunch of money, right, in a quick amount of time, a fast time, for most people, for our family, for our friends, that is not the everyday normal. And so you begin to really freak yourself out. At least that's what happened with me. And I am not ashamed to say that. And if any coach is ever afraid to say that, then that sucks. If that's their reality. Some people, it may not have happened, but I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone. Not most people, right? Especially, like, think about yourself. If you were to do that, if you were to do something like, make $11,000 in a week, or even $19,000 in 48 hours, would it freak you out? Well, those are things that actually happened to me. And I was like, whoa, what is going on? So we want these successes and we desire them. But when they start to really happen, you start to wonder, oh my goodness, is this for me? Is it going to come again? Is it going to not happen again? Are people going to think this of me? Is my family going to look at me this way? You start feeling guilty, right? And for some of us, when you don't have that support that you need, that will cause you to create a plateau within yourself, right? Sabotage yourself from going beyond that point, or just not even reaching that point ever again and wanting to stay below that point, right? And you hear so many people talk about staying small, right? So I know that you're at the point where you do want more. And so what I am going to encourage you of, because I've been through this and now it's a non-negotiable for all of my clients, even if their mindset game is on point, even my clients who are mindset coaches themselves or money mindset coaches or whatever, we still work on this, because the truth is, we want to continuously empower you when it comes to your money, when it comes to your desires and everything that you really deserve. And so you want to start working on those things now as you're up leveling. You don't want to wait until they happen for you to figure out what's going on. And that's something that I feel that has massively changed the success of my clients, because we're having these conversations up front early on, and we're dealing with these things before they become a problem or a bigger problem, or before they sabotage or create plateaus within our businesses. And that's something that I'm going to be really honest. I've had great coaches. I've had amazing support, but I'm going to be so honest with you. I've never been supported that way. I've been supported from a strategy standpoint of, Kier, this is how you up level and grow your business. But none of my coaches, as amazing as they are, and this is not their fault, this is just something, as we grow, we learn, right? I learned that, oh my goodness, I need to infuse this with my clients before they're hitting, $10,000 clients and $20,000 months and all this kind of stuff, before they get to that point and they freak themselves out and then they stop doing the work and they're coming to calls like, oh, I don't really know. I didn't do it because of this. No. We're working on those things before, so that there's an everyday constant support that they have to know that they can move past those points. So anyway, you can see I get really passionate about that because it's so important. And that was a major part of my experience. The second thing that my clients and I did to effortlessly double, triple, and in some 5 times our rates for 2017 and sell them. I shouldn't just say create them, but also sell them, right? Sell those rates, is marketing and repositioning our brand and marketing messaging and content, right? I wanted to magnetize higher end clients. Now I want to be higher end. We hear it all the time. Higher end to me it's different for everyone. For some of my clients, higher end could be they have a $1,500 program and they want to get it to $3,000. They want to double it. Or they have an $8,000 program and they want to double it to a $16,000 program, right? So whatever that might mean to you is your higher ticket. But what you know is that right now you might be feeling like, all right, I've been serving these people. For me to really get to the next level, I am going to have to speak to a new audience, because I don't feel that within my current audience, people will pay this price. They struggle with paying the price I have now or the prices I had before. It's annoying. Getting on sales calls, annoying, right? Waste of time, all that kind of stuff, right? So you feel like, all right, I need to talk to a different audience, and I really want to magnetize these higher end clients. I want to speak to their soul, and you want your content and your messaging to do that. But here's the other thing. As you've been up leveling, you probably have been expanding within yourself if you're anything like me or my most successful clients. So the truth is the messaging and marketing and brand messaging and all that kind of stuff, the content you had a couple months ago or when you started, it's a little different. It's changed. And within you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm missing something. This is so hard. All right. For all of those who are on, I apologize about that. Somehow we got disconnected. The live audio cut off. So this is going to be part 2. I'll make sure that I put a link to part 1 here, and then I'll put a link to part 2 in that other one. That way everyone knows that there's 2 parts. I apologize. But we were getting on to, the 4 key areas that I have used, that my clients have used to effortlessly double, triple, and some have 5 times their rates for 2017, and to actually sell them. We're not talking about how to just change your program to that price, but actually how to sell them. So we already talked about massively up-leveling your mindset for your 6-figure scale and all you desire at the end of the last, the part 1. And then we cut off when we were talking about number 2, which was marketing and brand messaging and content, repositioning those things, right? Repositioning your marketing and brand content to magnetize higher end clients and speak to their soul. And so I was sharing that, because you are someone who you've already signed clients, right? Even if it's 2 or 3, even if you sign 2 or 3 clients, you have already started to shift within yourself about how you view yourself as a coach, consultant, or service provider. I don't know anyone who after a couple of clients doesn't shift, right? Even now, after 2 or 3 clients, I'm past like signing dozens and dozens of clients, but like I still shift when I sign a couple of people. I still change things about myself and everything, right? So even if you've only signed 2 or 3 clients, this is still applying for you, because the truth is, like, you massively expand within yourself. You start to desire different things. You start to desire different conversations, right? And so I was explaining in the part 1 at the end that in 2016, when I was really focused on serving newbies, right? So new coaches, consultants, or service providers, and starting out their business. I mean, I was amazing at it, right? I helped my clients go anywhere from signing their very first client to their 20th client as a brand new coach. I helped them reach their very first 5K months, all those kinds of things, right? Get their first speaking gigs, all that. And that was amazing. And I loved it. And I love those women. I really do. I'm so honored that I've been able to serve them, especially some of them. I've been able to serve them in part 2 of their, like, as they're up leveling, right? Similar to where you are when they want to go beyond that point. So it's been amazing. But the truth is, I started to desire something different. I started to become obsessed with getting on calls with clients and us talking about, Kira, I signed a 3,000 client today. Oh, I signed a 3,000 client yesterday. The conversation became different. Kira, I'm going to hit 10K way before the end of the month. Let's look at my goals again, whatever, right? Like, or Kira, I'm taking a week off. This is where I'm going. Oh, okay, cool. This is where I went. Oh, that was awesome. I should try there next, right? Like, women who want to talk about taking off in their business and, okay, Kira, like, here's some things I want to get set up because I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. Like, the conversation got different. I started to serve them different. I started to show up differently in a more unapologetic, bold, bigger way. And that allowed me to really impact my clients. And as I began to really step into that, I started to get a little bit afraid, because no one tells you, or not enough that I hear, that, hey, as you're growing as a coach, you're going to have these things happen. And so I was feeling bad. I was like, oh my goodness, I feel bad for leaving these people behind. What's wrong with me? I used to be new. Why would I not want to help them? It's so wrong of me. Maybe it's boastful of me to not want to help them, or maybe it's rude, or maybe I'm not as humble, or maybe I'm just like mean. And all these things were coming up of like why I wasn't, desiring to necessarily serve these women in certain capacities that I had before. So no one warned me about that, and I felt bad about it. But the truth is, as you are up leveling, you may be at the point where you feel like the person you're currently serving is not who you want to serve in your next level, or you don't want to serve them the way that you used to serve them. So I used to have my new clients being a one-on-one program, and I no longer do that. I literally took probably like 10 of my best newbie program clients, things, and I dissected them. And I created my expert business blueprint, right? And that's for newbies, new coaches, consultants, service providers who are focused on creating, marketing, and selling their very first program, hitting their first 1 to 5K. And my expectation for them is to sign their first couple of clients within the first 30 to 90 days of their business, right? To have their signature program built within that time, learn how to market it, content, all that stuff. So for newbies, right? And I put that into something called the Expert Incubator. And that is my way of serving those new women, right, at the level that I feel amazing still serving them at, but not having to meet with them individually all the time. So it's basically a course and a group program put together into one. And we just had a woman who she's been in there. I think she's been in less than a month, because she came in right before December, and within December she signed her first client. And I believe her first client was I think it was $2,500 or $3,000, but it was a couple $1,000s program. And so she immediately, made her investment back plus, so that's amazing. And that's how I can serve them. And we get on group calls, and they're amazing, and they learn from each other and all that. But my women who are up leveling, who we want to talk about, all right, you've done $1,000 or $2,000. Now we're talking about $3,000 programs or $4,000 programs, or clients and stuff. We're talking about $10,000 months, 5-figure months, all these kinds of things. Speaking gigs. All right, is your speaking price going to be $1,000? Like we're talking about different things. Those women are the women that I'm okay to talk to every week. I'm okay. Like we have, they have daily access to me. Like it's just a different type of woman. And so I want to share with you, if you're at that point where you feel like your audience isn't currently connecting with you as much, if you feel like, all right, I think I've tapped out this market, whatever, which that's not always true. There's some strategy stuff, but just to keep it simple, you probably are feeling like I really want to reposition my messaging. Something about my messaging maybe doesn't align with me anymore, because the truth is you created it before. You're a new person. You're starting to become a new person. You're starting to really open yourself up and see the possibilities and see all you could be. And so it is okay if you're at that point. So that is the second thing that we had to do to effortlessly double, triple, and some of my clients 5x their rates, right? We had to reposition our brand and marketing messaging and our content to magnetize higher end clients and speak to their soul in a way that aligns with us and allows us to still be authentic and do it with ease, but also do it in a way that allows people to come prepared on the call. I'm just going to be real. When you're up leveling, you ain't got time for 5,000 calls that lead to nowhere, so that is so much more important to you then as well. I love having people get on the phone with me and be like, okay, Kara, like I already know I want to do this. I just wanted to kind of talk to you. That was it. and I'm ready. I love that happening for myself and my clients. So number three, what we had to do, restructure your program and services, right? To create a higher ticket, high impact, profitable, and sustainable premium offer. Now, let me break this down. I get excited, and I won't go too much into detail because I know we're trying to stay on time, but the truth is, like, a lot of people come in like, oh my God, Kara, you're going to make me change my programs. No, that's not always the case. A lot of times what we do is we take your current offer and we actually turn it into a passive or semi-passive offer, right? So something like what I did with taking my old one-on-one program that was for newbies, turning it into a course/group program. So that's one thing that some people do, right? Number two we can take your current program and we identify like two of my clients I'm thinking about specifically, we cut them in half, right? So we take away, instead of you, like I used to have this program where I met with someone every single week for 6 months, and that was a lot. And I'm like, oh my God, they didn't need that. Meeting with someone 24 times in 6 months is a lot for them. They're running a business. They don't want to talk to me every single week. So I said, all right, you know what? I can take away I can do half of that, 12 calls. And then they just have access to me if they need to email me or Vox me or message me, whatever. So we start identifying how can we reduce certain things within your program. And I didn't change the price to the program. Stop associating time with the price of your program. Number 2 bonus, right? And then the third thing is like some of you, we need to just delete the program altogether because you ain't even excited about it. Why are you going to go sell it? Why are your people going to be excited about it? You're offering stuff because you think people need it, right? But that's not the truth. And then number 4 is one of my favorite, right? All of them I love, but my favorite number 4 is we take what you're offering and we see, all right, are there some things we could add to it so that we can charge an extra couple $1,000s for it or whatever it is that, based on your goals or whatever. So we start identifying how can we really turn this into a higher ticket program. Now that's the high ticket side of it. Let's talk about the high impact side of it. One of my fears was that I was going to be that coach who up leveled to 6 and 7 figures and I was going to forget people. Like people would message me or email me or whatever, and they have access to me because some programs you don't have access to the person. But in programs where you do have access to the person, I was kind of like, oh man, I don't want them to think, oh, Kira doesn't answer me, she's too busy. Or to be that person who you're in a group program and you're like, oh my God, I never talked to the coach. Because let me just tell you, my group programs and my masterminds are completely different than you've ever been a part of, than you've ever seen. You have daily access in my group program, my Serve and Sell Accelerator group program. You have daily access to me. We don't I'm literally committed. Like I come into the group every day to see like if you have questions, whatever. So that's just a fear of mine. It's like, I want to never sacrifice the way I serve my clients or the impact or the value or the transformation. That has to be number 1. I'm going to get paid well for it, but that has to be number 1. And I'm sure you feel the same way too, don't you? So when hey, let me know who's on live. Welcome. And if you're on the replay too, go ahead and say, hi, Kara, I'm on the replay. Let me know where you are. And let me know which part, like number 1 through 4, we're on number 3 right now, but where do you feel like you need the most help as you think about doubling your prices, right? So, going back to the high impact, you have to serve. That's a non-negotiable. I cannot work with you if you don't serve your clients, meaning like you don't deliver for your clients. Like that's not an option. But if you do, that does not mean that we can't sell to and you can't get paid well for what you do. And so, yes, we want to make sure that your programs and your services and stuff, they are high impact because I know your mission and your message is on your heart and it's a part of who you are and it means so much to you. And that's why for me, I was so afraid I was like, oh my God, I can't scale too much because if I scale too much, people won't have access to me. They'll be upset. They're going to do a Twitter thingy thing and like go on Instagram and talk about me. It's going to be horrible. Right. And so I was like, you know what? No, I can scale my business. I can allow my people to have impact for me, but those are going to be my high ticket. So they're going to pay for that, but they're going to get that. And even if it's a lower ticket offer, whatever I promise him that, so if it's an offer where, hey, you only get me twice a month on a group call. If that's what I told you, that's what you're going to get. But if I'm telling you you're going to get daily access, that's what you're going to get too. So you can have different levels of access and support. And actually, this is bonus number 3. One of the things I teach my clients is that a lot of you create a program when you first get started and you put it at whatever price and you put a lot into it because you're brand new and you're like, oh my God, who's going to pay this much for it? Let me give them the world. Let me give them all this stuff, right? And so you do that. And so then when you start to scale your business up, you're like, oh crap, I gave them so much when I should have saved all of that for this next level program. Now you can change that. It's your goddamn own business. You can change that if you want to. But that's one thing I teach my clients is as the level of impact and access to you goes up, your price should be going up. Okay. So some of you have been building your programs and your services wrong from the beginning, and it's okay because it's gotten you to this point now. You've had a couple clients, you've made some sales, but now as you're leveling up, we want to restructure that. We want to adjust that. We want to rebuild that business model. And I love to do that. That's something that we do in my VIP days as well as in my Serve and Sell Accelerator. And I'm obsessed with it because it's like fun. It's like a puzzle to me. I just love it. My clients are like, here you go. Just you do it for me. And we make sure we infuse every part of you too, because you're not cookie cutter. You shouldn't have a business model that looks like mine or anybody else's. You need a business model that looks like how you want it to look. I have clients who they literally, when I talk to them on the phone, I have to ask them, what country are you in? Where are you? Because that's the life they want to build. And then I have clients who they are moms. They're pregnant or they're new moms, or they have kids that are like toddlers or whatever. And so for them, we want to build their business around them. So we need to build the business for you around you, because that's how you're going to truly show up as who it is that you need to be. And that's how you're going to be able to really serve and sell, right? But we also want to make sure that it's high impact, that it's high ticket. Number 3, that it's profitable. Like, duh, that ain't even a question. Do we even need to talk about that? If your programs aren't profitable, if you aren't making the cash that you need to be making every month, and the sales too that you need to be making every month, but cash is important too. If you're not doing that, we already need to talk. Like, I'm not even going to drill that in. Profitable, like, there's no question. But the 4th thing is what I want to talk about: sustainable. Going back to, as people scale up their business, when you first start, you're giving so much away. So as you scale, you find that, oh my God, I was giving so much and so much and so much, right? So we want to make sure that it's sustainable. We want to make sure that it's something that, like I said, can fit with your lifestyle and how you want to serve your clients, but allows you to do other things too. So we want to make sure it's sustainable. I don't want you to have to feel like you need to be in front of the computer 24/7, that you need to be on hustle. Like, someone messaged me yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm hustling. I was like, ooh, that ain't cute. That is not cute to be hustling. I don't want to do that. It's just not, like, I like being in Costa Rica I was in, the Caribbean for, November, and Costa Rica for December. I was making sales while I was in those places. And one of those places, I didn't even have internet. So I didn't realize until I got back, cause we were, out. So anyway, I want you to scale your business with ease and authenticity. I want you to stop making things harder for yourself. I want you to stop. And some of you are like me. I used to feel good when I worked hard. And this is something that I still am working through. And I'm so okay with saying that, because I was a first generation college student. I had a job since I was 16. When I was in college, I had 4 jobs at one time. I graduated early from college and high school too. Like, I've just always been that overachiever, high performing woman. And as a coach, growing my business, that's who I was. I was a high achieving, high performing, empire building, ambitious coach. I'm extremely passionate about serving and leading my clients to epic results, but I also want to be compensated well to match the value that I was delivering. But to do that, I thought I needed to work hard. I was like, oh, hell no. I've always worked hard. This is what I do. If I don't work hard, I missed an opportunity. So I was like, oh my God, I need to always be working this way. And the truth is, you do not. Literally, when my first time, I made $19,000 in cash in 48 hours. I was at the movie theater. What was I doing? All right. I was at the movie theater. I was at lunch with my mother, my brother, and my grandmother. I wasn't home. I was visiting my family. I had a impromptu call with someone in the stairway, like in the hallway, because that was the quietest place in the house, at my mother's house, because I wasn't home. I had someone who was like, here, I'm ready to pay you. And I was like, all right, my team is going to email you, blah, blah, blah. Nope, I'm ready to pay you. And I'm like, oh, I'm going into the movie theater. Okay. Let me just send them a quick message. We're going to get this taken care of right now. Someone telling me I want to pay you, and I'm trying to get into the movie theater to see the movie, So it can, I know you're like, what the hell, Kiera, really? And I'm like, yes, I promise you. Yes. You make things so much harder for yourself. You're making this up level harder for yourself. And to be honest, you're either going to prevent yourself from getting there ever. You're going to get there and feel extremely overwhelmed and get to a place where you want to sabotage, plateau, whatever. And it's just not fun. And I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'm wanting to help you make your business fun again. And number 4 is mastering higher ticket sales with ease, confidence, and results, like a soulful sales queen. Now, I'm going to talk about my background in sales. If you don't know, my corporate background was in sales management, account management, consulting for a Fortune 500 company. I manage anywhere from 5 to 7 figure accounts, including a $5 million territory. So I was taught sales from the strategy way, consulting from the strategy way, all that kind of stuff. When I got into, and it was great, right? I mean, when I had a $5 million territory, I grew up by 13%. So those are just numbers and all that. But it wasn't that, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like car salesman or anything like that. But it wasn't fun either. Not the way sales are now. And when I get on the phone and I'm talking to a woman about where she is right now, right? And some examples of where she is right now. She's at a place where she really wants her messaging to express everything that she's been trying to say and really reflect her value. She wants to know that her program captures the best parts of her and the way that she was meant to be teaching her clients and offerings to the world, right? So that she can really give her clients the best value. She wants to be able to adjust her pricing so that it feels amazing, right? And she feels good about what she's charging for the work that she does. She wants to work with amazing clients who she gets excited with to get on the phone with, who allow her to show up 1000% as her and who also show up 1000% as who they need to be to get epic results that she helps them achieve. She wants the best life, right? Right now, her messaging probably doesn't feel like it aligns as much as it did before, right? She's feeling like she wants to really serve a higher version of the clients than she currently has, and she may need to change her audience to make that happen. She has been learning a ton about herself, and she's been expanding who she is and all that's possible for her. But as she steps into this powerhouse woman, she wants some additional support. She wants someone to be a partner in her success. She wants to be around women who are going to get it, who aren't going to make her feel like she has to choose or crush pieces of her dreams or even hide the best parts of who she is, right? So those are some of the things that she is currently going through. She knows what she does is worth so much more, so much so that she feels like she's giving it away. And who wants to give away their expertise for pennies, right? But yet she can't find the courage and the strategy to really charge what she wants, what she's worth, and actually sell it. She truly feels like something is missing. So I'm on the phone and I'm getting clear about where this woman currently is. She's afraid to, really go after those high 5-figure months. She is, worrying if she really deserves to double or even triple her rates right now. She's kind of ashamed that she's even thinking about, oh my God, I want to be a multiple 6-figure earner in my business. Oh my God, people aren't going to think that I really help my clients. They're going to think I'm a fraud. I'm unworthy of this success. Do I really offer this amount of value to my clients if they invest at this level? I want more, but I feel bad for it. My people, my family, my friends are going to be like, oh my God, what she's doing now. She's never satisfied. I'm exhausted. I'm frustrated. I'm overworked. Like that's how she feels right now. So I get really clear when I'm on the phone with her about where she is right now and what are the things that she wants to do. She wants to be able to sell $5,000 programs, $10,000 programs, have 5-figure months in her business. She wants to do it with ease and with authenticity. She doesn't want to show up like everybody else. She already feels like she might be blending in and fading out in the sea of coaches or consultants or service providers in her industry. And she's ready to move beyond that point, right? Those are things that she desires, that she wants, right? She wants to, really build that unshakable 6-figure mindset that she needs, because the truth is life happens, but you need to be able to know how to handle that, how to come back from that. She wants to consistently show up with her community authentically in her own voice. She doesn't want to feel drained or resentful or like she's being judged, or anything like that, right? She wants to be able to enroll people in programs that she loves, that allows her to showcase the best parts of her, right? And so much more. And she wants to sell with ease, right? She's sick of not, right? So that's where she is now. And then we get clear about where she wants to go, some of the things I just mentioned. And then I talk to them about what are they missing in between, right? That in between stuff, like that mindset, like repositioning their marketing and brand messaging, having content that magnetizes hiring clients, knowing how to sell it, knowing how to rebuild their program so their program sells itself, right? What is missing in between? And we build out a plan on how to make that happen, right? So that you have to, when you're mastering high ticket sales, there is strategy to it. There is strategy, but there's also courage, confidence, right? There's also you transforming the way you see your expertise so that you can sell it in a different way on a whole new level. All of that is a part of it. And so what I learned was the strategy part of managing a $5 million territory, but also building my own international coaching practice. I want to be a soulful sales queen. I want to feel good about the people that I'm talking to. I want to feel good about the information that I'm sharing with them. And so you really have to master the two. And a lot of you are sitting back saying, oh my God, I could never sell a $5,000 program or a $10,000 program, or I could never double my prices, $20,000 a month, not my reality, all this kind of stuff. You're sitting back thinking it's not for you, thinking you can't do it, thinking you need more time, more something to do it. And if you could focus on these 4 areas that I just talked about today, you can do it with ease. My clients have done it. My clients have been able to do this in a week. Within a week of us restructuring their program and their brand and marketing messaging, they have been able to call me and say, Kiara, I signed that client. Like I signed a client at double the price. And I thought that my old rate was hard to sell. This one was so easy. I can't believe it happened in a week. Or things like, Kiara, I am going to hit my $9,000, $10,000, whatever it is, goal way before the end of the month. I've done it in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We need to look at my goal again. I need to go bigger, right? All these other things. It's possible for you. You can do it. So you've heard me talk about my story of going from $1,500 to $20,000 plus cash months. You heard me share the 4 key areas I worked on to do that and that my clients are now doing that have helped them do amazing things in their business. Very much so a lot of the things that you yourself want to do, because I know that at least one of the things we talked about today resonated with you. And I also told you at the beginning of this that in part 1, that I was going to promise to share with you an opportunity on how you can achieve your goals, right? Similar to things that we mentioned, but also the other things that you want to be able to achieve, right? So at this point, what I want to ask you is, do I have your permission to invite you to an amazing experience? The number 1 action that you can take if you want to massively up-level your mindset for your 6-figure scale and all that you desire, without the shame, without the guilt, without all that other stuff that happens that starts to sabotage ourselves, right? If I could help you reposition your brand and marketing messaging, and your content, to reposition it to magnetize hiring clients that you think aren't available, that you think aren't in your existence, that you think you need more time for, all this kind of stuff, right? So that we speak to their souls, so they come ready on calls for like they do for myself and so many of my clients. If I could help you restructure your programs and your services to create a higher ticket, high impact, profitable, sustainable premium offer, one that, allows you to get paid what you want to get paid, what you know you're worth, one that still serves and provides impact and value to your clients. We don't go light on that. We don't go light on that. One that is profitable for you, that helps you do things like, I was able to pay off $25,000 of debt myself. My clients have been able to pay off thousands of dollars of debt for themselves this year, right? So it's profitable, but it's also sustainable for the lifestyle you want. To do things like I did, take a week off every single month for the last 6 months and travel to the Caribbean or Costa Rica or wherever it is that you want to go, and whatever it is you desire, even if it's just one extra vacation a month, or a month or a quarter or a year, whatever that is for you. So we want it to be sustainable so that it lasts, so that it's consistent, is bringing consistent income, and you're able from a time standpoint, a life standpoint, to manage it. But then also mastering high ticket sales with ease, confidence, and results like a soulful sales queen. Okay. Having the process that my clients have used to soulfully sign 4- and 5-figure clients with ease. Then I'm happy to announce the doors for my signature program are officially open, where we are going to master each and every one of these areas. Say hello to the Serve and Sell Accelerator. We have opened again. We are starting early February. I only have 6 spots, okay? This is for women who have had clients but aren't bringing in the income they really want. They aren't aligned to their current messaging or audience as much as before. They want to create premium high-ticket offers, but they don't know how to structure them to warrant their new rates. They're afraid that their audience is going to not be able to buy at the new rate because they had difficulty with their old rates or whatever, right? They know what they do for their clients is worth so much more, and they're tired of feeling like they're just giving it away. And they're ready to see their expertise and value on a whole new level so that they can take their revenue, their impact, and their freedom to massively new heights. So what is the Serve and Sell Accelerator? Well, it's a 12-week intimate business accelerator. It's for powerhouse, up-leveling, high-achieving service-based business owners. So this is coaches, consultants, service providers, right, who are seeking to massively transform how they see themselves, their expertise, and their potential, so they can position themselves as their services as the no-brainer go-to experience worthy of high-ticket premium 4- and 5-figure rates that you really want to be charging. That's what you want, girl. You deserve it. So what is included? Well, I'm going to keep this short. Everything you need to master your 6-figure mindset, number 1. Number 2, the strategy you need to master high-ticket sales for 4- and 5-figure programs and services that we're going to restructure and rebuild so they sell them damn selves. So they sell themselves. Number 3, the confidence you need to actually sell them with ease and authenticity is what's included. Now, if you want all the details of everything that's included, I want to send you to kiarajones.com/SSA. The Serve and Sell Accelerator link is www.kiarajones.com/SSA. You can learn about all the details, every single thing that's included. There's live trainings that we do twice a month, right? And I give you the step-by-step outlines of the high-ticket Serve and Sell blueprint that I have used to build my business from $1,500 to $20,000 cash months that my clients have used to double, triple their businesses in anywhere less than a week to 12 weeks and so much more, right? We do things like expertise and a business analysis. We identify what exactly needs to happen to restructure your program into a high-ticket offer that is for you, okay? Not everybody else. The trainings are about repositioning your brand and marketing messaging, your content so that it attracts your soulmate clients, even at the premium rates, how to sell them, right? And break through that fear of selling at a higher ticket level with ease. And I just want to say all of that is built so that we can help you not be a cookie cutter coach who blends in and fades out, but we are building these things for you. That's the number one thing that I hear from my clients is I have been in group programs, I have been in masterminds or not, but for those who have, but it's usually, here's a training, blah, 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 like you get limited access. No. My trainings are, first of all, live so that we can interact, right? And you can ask questions and all that kind of stuff. But also, I am building this. I've worked with clients in so many industries. I not only use this and customize this for my business, but I've customized it for women in health and wellness, business, branding, marketing, service providers like VAs, OBMs, all that kind of stuff, stylists and consultants, wedding consultants, life coaching, empowerment coaching, mindset, relationships. So this is across different industries, but that's the benefit of us doing the trainings live, number one. And also on top of that, we talk twice a month, right? And you get daily access to me for feedback, for questions, because like I said, I'm all about customizing this blueprint for you. I am not here to build cookie cutter coaches. Your program shouldn't look like the next person's program that's inside the program. It should look like you. It should have your shine on it. And that's it. It shouldn't have anybody else's. You get an amazing community of mastermind sisters so that you never feel alone, women who get it. You don't have to worry about your family and friends telling you, oh my God, that goal is so big. That's dumb. You're never going to do that. Oh, you always want something. You're never satisfied. No, we're rooting you on. We're cheering you on because we know it's possible. We're doing it ourselves. You're going to be doing it. It's all one big family, one big love, one big sisterhood of love, right? And you get so much more. Now, ladies, like I said, the Serve and Sell Accelerator, we're opening in February. We only have 6 spots. And here is the amazingness. This week only, you have an exclusive early bird pricing of 25% off your investment. It will end on Sunday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. Ain't no playing. So, when that time happens, it happens. You will lose out on that 25% off discount. Or if the 6 spots fill, meaning if the 6 spots fill today, tomorrow, the next day, before Sunday, we will close it. That's it. I invest so much into every single woman in this program. And so that's why I make sure that it's a certain amount of women so that I can have a high impact, high touch access to each and every one of you and really craft out your experience with you. So this is not a program where there's going to be 20 and 30 people. That's not the type of group program this is. And so that's why we only allow a certain number of spots. When they're gone, they're gone. That 20% off pricing bonus is there for you. If you have any questions, PM me. If you have questions, comment here on the video. If you have questions, get them answered. Do not twiddle your thumbs and sit back and wait until Friday or Saturday or anything like that. Get these questions answered now. Stop telling yourself you got to wait next week, you got to wait next month, you got to wait next quarter, you got to wait till your next client, you got to wait. What successful person do you know sits back, waits, twiddles their thumb, looking for something to happen? No, we take action. We make decisions. That's what we do. Those are the type of results that we have. And I'm going to be honest with you. That is an amazing characteristics of the women who do get into the program, because that's something that we're going to be doing in the program. When we have a conversation about something, the fact that we can get off the call and I have clients who go and implement whatever we said and come back and say, oh, Kiara, I have paid back my investment in the program because you just told me to do whatever. That fast action is a part of it. Therefore, you need to have that now and upfront as you make your decision. Now, if you are a woman who wants to continue to serve and be broke because you're giving things away for free like everybody told you, because then people are going to come back and say, okay, now I want to hire you, but they never come back. Or they refer people to you that also want free shit. So if you want to continue to serve them and be broke, that's cool. If you don't want to grow your business, that's cool. If you're looking at your wallet, your bank account, you're mad at other people but yourself because you're not allowing yourself to be the woman that you want to see in the mirror. If you want to do things harder, if you have been avoiding doing things the easier way that's going to allow you to grow and scale with ease and up level with ease, but also authenticity while you're still impacting your clients, but also bringing in the income that you want. If you want to avoid actually impacting people with the value that you have, if you want to stay stuck, frustrated, overwhelmed, overworked, stressed out, exactly where you are right now. If you want to stay exactly where you are right now, this is not for you. This is for women who their success is non-negotiable. They want more. They're tired of being guilty and ashamed about it. They want to be led by someone who's been where they are at. They want to see their powerhouse self, but they want to be their powerhouse self too. They want people around them who get it, who are going to push them beyond their fears, past their capacity, or past their potential, I should say, and help them expand their capacity, right? If you are ready for that, I am ready to serve you. Your mastermind sisters are ready to support you. Your powerhouse self within you is ready for you to show up, for you to serve, for you to sell. And that starts with you making this decision right now. So you can go to www.kiarajones.com/SSA, read through all the information if you want, and go ahead and click the button that applies to you to make your initial investment into the program. Get that 25% off. You'll see the information about the 25% off there, and go ahead and join us. I hope that you are one of the women who have the opportunity to get into the Serve and Sell Accelerator. I hope you don't wait until the next time because the price goes up every time. I hope you don't wait until, tomorrow, the next day, because there is the opportunity for this to fill up. There's the opportunity that you will miss out on the 25% off. There is the opportunity that you will see this, see me start sharing wins next month and be like, oh, I could have been in that. Oh, I could have been in that. And you're sitting there getting the same exact results that you're getting right now, and hopefully not any worse, right? So if you're ready to accelerate, if you're ready to be massively supported, I'm ready to serve you. If you are ready to serve and to sell, to stop giving away your expertise for pennies, if you're serious about your business, I'm ready to support you if you allow me. The first step is you making that decision to join us. You can join us at www.kiarajones.com/SSA. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope this was super, super helpful for you. And for those of you who are going to be on the other side of the Serve and Sell Accelerator, I hope that you're ready to serve and sell. Love, shine, and success. Talk to you soon. Bye.